Welcome to my yard. Yo, I'm here with the Olympian, motivational speaker, Coach Jason Dadz Morgan. Big up yourself, man.
Respect and timeless.
Hey, wait, man, it's an honor to speak to you.
Respect.
Yeah, so first of all, where in Jamaica were you born? Where'd you grow up?
You want hospital, you want born in Jubilee Hospital, grew up in Kingston, Jamaica. To be more specific, grew up in Waterford. Of course, Portmore City.
Wow.
Me and the greatest artist place, you know?
Yeah, well, I wanna eventually talk about how you guys got the link, because I know you guys know each other, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I want to know, how did you get into discus?
You know, so I get into discus and shot put. I was actually forced into it by a good friend of mine, Jamaica Olympian and the Catalan record holder, Maurice Smith. I was at Calabar because at Calabar I went there on a scholarship to actually run. I was a sprinter.
Wow. And,
you know, he forced me into throwing because him tell me that, look, dads, it's a lot of girls who like strong man. So that was enough motivation for me.
That's all you need sometimes.
And it was so crazy, but just decided to give it a try. And, you know, I realized that, you know, I excel really quick, and I decided to take it serious real soon, because the distance that I was throwing, not knowing good technique, it was come like it was meant to be.
So you had a lot of power right away.
A lot of power and a lot of speed, because as everyone knows, sprinters is explosive and really fast. So I had that fast twitch. So whenever I whip, the discus would fly, and everybody be like, yo, if you ever get your technique right, you can be a problem to everybody. And, you know, it did happen.
So how much, like, were you practicing, like, all the time after that? Because I know you train hard.
Yeah, in high school, of course, you know, things take a while to realize your potential and your purpose. I actually receive a dream. I get a dream while sleeping in class. You're not supposed to sleep in class, so let me put that out there.
Yeah, true, kids.
So I was actually sleeping in class and head down on the desk, and I jump up. And in the middle of the class, I said to my teacher, I'll never forget, because right now she used me as an example, but a good example. I was in Miss Wheatle class at Calabar, and I get the dream. And I said, look, I just have a dream. Say, I'm Jamaica first Olympian. I'm Jamaica top thrower in the world. And everybody, my friend, them start laugh. And Miss Wheatle said, Mr. Morgan, leave my class.
Oh, no.
I mean, I disturbed the class.
She wasn't having it.
It was actually so real where, you know, of course she run me out the classroom. She tell me I have to leave. And at the steps, I pull out my Bible. And in the back of my Bible, I write down the dream, the date, the time. And the dream was like, God, you give me this dream that I would be one of the greatest through in the world. I write it down. I actually have that Bible right now. And I did this at 17 years old at Calabar.
Wow, that's amazing.
So, you know, of course, the dream was reality. So now Miss Wheatle used me as a good example and a bad example. Don't sleep in her class, but follow your dream.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could end up like that. So,
but I mean, the training take a while to process and come into fusion to realize that, look, this was what I meant to do, and, you know, become this person who I am. And at the time, Jamaica never had an international athlete as a young man and aspiring to do great things in the Olympics. Yeah. Because trust me, bro, I remember even people from Jamaica, people in the Athletic Association tell me that, look, this is a running country. This is not a throwing country.
True.
Like, straight up tell me that. And that's what motivated me over the years also. Because I want to break down that barrier and that frame of mind.
Yeah, so that's an amazing story, man. So how did you get into the Olympics? Like, I don't even know how you get into the Olympics.
Well, the way it works is you have to be throwing a certain distance. Like, of course, I receive a scholarship it took me a year and a half to receive a scholarship to come to America. So I came to America about 19 years old. Even 18 years old, I never knew it was possible to get a scholarship to what I was doing. And I received a scholarship to a junior college. And after a junior college, they say I was a prize athlete because the distance I was throwing was far enough to compete at the NCAA Divisional I University Championship.
Oh, wow.
So I was being recruited by the top schools you can name: Alabama, UCLA, Georgia, Florida. I mean, just a lot of top schools, and actually turned them all down to come to Louisiana Tech University.
Why'd you choose Louisiana?
Because it's boring and nothing on there for do.
So you can't get in no trouble.
So me can't get in on it. You're smart. That's smart, man.
That's smart.
So you see, with me, I try to look beyond where my eyes can see. I don't look for the now. I don't look for the instant gratification. I look for putting in good work and be able to excel, because no great work go unnoticed.
Correct.
It only take a while. So when I chose Louisiana Tech, of course, when I came to visit, it's only bushes and trees around. It's a small town. Yeah. Everything lock off by 10 o'clock. Yeah. So there's nothing to get into than your schoolwork and you putting in training time. And that's what I use. So when I graduate in 2007 with a psychology degree. And I say, all right, let me pursue throwing the discus, because at the time I had success over the years going back to Jamaica while in college, and national champion, and winning at conference level and the whole regional and NCs. And so I said, all right, I'm decided I'm going to go professional at about 21, 22 years old after I graduated from college in 2007. And of course, the distance that they had for the World Championship and the Olympics in 2008 in Beijing, it was in reach, but I know I would have to put in some work to qualify. No Jamaican ever qualified for Olympic Games before me.
Wow.
I'm the first person in history to hit a qualifying mark to the Olympic Games in the discus. So that was big. I broke the national record the same year when I leave college, and I qualified for the World Championship that year. I am the first Jamaican to qualify for a World Championship in the discus in history. So a lot of historic things happened, and that same year it was a roller coaster, because first to qualify for World Champs and Olympics, graduate from college, the first person in my entire family, my entire generation to graduate from college. So that big for your Gaza, man. So,
True.
That same year, my mom died, which is my biggest motivation. So everything up, and then of course it just hit a low. So of course, I decided that, look, I really have to take it serious, because I promised my mother at 18 years old that I'm going to do something really special to make her really proud of me. And, that was my motivation. That inspired me that every single day I need to put in the work. So there's a qualifying mark. You have to throw the qualifying mark to be able to go to the Olympics. After the qualifying distance, you show up at the Jamaica trials and you finish top 3 if you have the qualifying mark, and that would send you to the Olympic Games or the World Championship.
Wow, that's an amazing story, man. And rest in peace.
Respect.
Rest in peace to your mother. I lost my mother in 2006.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
And I just recently just saw that you lost a friend too. So
lost a friend too. Actually, just lost my dad last year, December, and that friend was actually at the funeral with me.
Man, it's tough, man. It's tough. But
yeah, so it come like say the grieving. I'm on a roll right now. It's like I'm numb.
I understand. Yeah, it's the same thing, man. But yeah, you always get through it. So you became a motivational. Like I always see a post. You're very motivational. Very inspirational, and I feel like it just comes naturally to you. Like that's just part of your personality.
It's part of my personality. Even I can remember even at primary school, Waterford Primary School, elementary school. I'm on the level where I'm 10, 11 years old talking to young kids and telling them, look, we can win this championship. Just believe in yourself. I wish internet was around then. I would have been famous and rich at this time.
Yeah, right.
I was the one who kind of standing up over the whole team after the coaches talk. And sometimes I would just make joke of it and, you know, look, y'all don't move. I have something to tell y'all really good. Believe in yourself. It doesn't matter what anyone say to you. And that's the type of stuff naturally come. And over the years at Calabar, I had a great impact. And it was very positive and influential where, you know, I would talk to the young youths and people who come around me. I tried to give off positivity and let them know, look, it doesn't matter the situation you're in. Because my situation was rough growing up in Waterford. And, you know, I mean, I just used that as a catapult to get me to the next level. I know a rough time won't last. There's
a lot of people, though, that they grow up rough and they want to stay rough and they can't find any positive in it. You see what I'm saying? So it's different when you say, I don't want to live like this. I want to make something of my life.
Absolutely.
You actually do it. It's
Absolutely.
very inspirational to people. That's why I want your story to be heard more, you know? It's because that's an amazing thing, you know? Most people, you grow around trouble, you get in trouble, stay in, you know? So it's amazing.
No, I could have choose trouble. Trouble was easy because actually trouble was my everyday thing. I see it every single day. I say it was easy to be involved. I was the type of friend who said, look, no, man, leave that alone. Make we do something else. Make we walk away. And they was like, no, we can't do this. And I'm like, no, make we walk away. Things will take care of itself. That's why I embrace the word timeless so much, because I know say it's only a matter of time for things to change and shift and become better than what you see it is at this moment.
Amazing. So you do you do actual motivational speaking? I
do motivational writing. I do motivational speaking. I go to youth groups. I go to sports groups. I talk to companies. I talk to every age group. I talk about bullying. I talk about drugs. I talk about just being able to, you know, achieve your highest potential. I mean, whatever topic it is, I can name it, because I can remember times where, you know, I have to find it to motivate myself. Because I'm self-motivated. A lot of people are like, come on, man, I need something, you know, to motivate me. My only prayer, and let me share this with you and everyone out there. I remember when I was training for the Olympic Games, and I used to work a full-time job. And that job was hard, I'm telling you. Every day I used to go in for that job. I used to have to bring an extra set of clothes because I'm sweating off that clothes before 12 o'clock. I have to bring a change of clothes. And every time I walk in that building, I would sing a song, "It soon be done, all my troubles and trials." So, you know, over the years, I just always tell myself, so look, man, there have to be something great for you with the work you put in.
True.
If it doesn't seem like nobody paying you attention, I just believe once you work hard enough and knock on a door loud and long enough, one day somebody have to open that door there. Because them are get tired of the beating and the banging of the door that you beating.
True.
So, you know, that's how I approach everything. I remember coaching myself and people say I was crazy. I can't find another athlete who have been #1 in the world, who have been a national record holder, who go to the Olympics, who go to 3 different world championships, who's Commonwealth medalist, who's CSE medalist, who have coached themselves. I can't find another one. If somebody else out there who done what I did, I want to meet you.
That's crazy. So you're just self-motivated.
Yeah, I wake up. I used to make fun of it, my bro. I used to make fun of it. I would put an empty chair in the corner when I practice, and I would look back at the empty chair and I would say, that's my coach right sitting there in the corner. And I actually talk to myself while I coach myself. But the craziest thing about it, I actually answer myself too. So it gives me success.
That's amazing. You still work out hard.
I still do. I'm not sure if I retire as yet because I haven't called a retirement, but I still work out. I still go through the discus every now and then, not as often like when I'm actually competing, but I still go through it because I think there's something deep within me who want to do another Olympic Games.
Okay, so I got a question. So I was reading, when I was doing some research, I was reading about some controversy with this person, Dr. Blake or something.
Yeah.
With the Rio Olympics.
With the Rio Olympics, I was actually #1 in the world the year before. And I was #2 in the world that year in 2016 leading up to the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
And just because the year before I came out in the public and say, Dr. Blake and the association need to do more to support the athletes. So I should have keep my mouth shut to what I hear and make the athletes suffer. I was suffering too because I have family to feed.
Correct.
So because I came out and I put him, who is the president, and blast and say you need to do more for athletes, he blackballed me and didn't make me go to the Olympic Games.
That's crazy.
So of course my contract with Puma and everything, you know, there's things in the contract. Once you make an Olympic Games or your medal or things happen for you, of course there's bonus. So of course that was a knock to me. But that was just, you know, the controversy online, but it was just to get back at me.
Wow. Isn't that crazy? People in power.
People in power.
You speak up against it and boom.
But right now, I can stand strong behind my decision and say I did not regret that, what I said, because it's the truth.
It's the truth.
Once you're putting in work as an athlete and you're representing your country, you should be rewarded.
Correct.
You should be compensated because as an athlete, it takes a lot to maintain your body, from massages to chiropractor to trainers to coach.
You have to work all day.
You have to work. A 2 job me used to work while I maintain before me get a sponsorship.
Yeah.
So, I mean, come on, man. If the athlete put in work, give him his diligence and make sure he been compensated the right way, because he might represent the country.
You should be able to live and be able to just train, and you should get some type of way where you have everything taken care of you because you're representing.
Absolutely. I mean, not even was asking to take care of me. I was just asking for some assistance.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm not going to say I've never get help before, but there was things set up for the athletes to get more, and we never get that. But he gave the impression like he was, and that's where I had to step up. And at the time, I was #1 in the world, and things was happening good. I was throwing well and everything, and I ended up getting hurt, and I had to travel. And I said, look, I'm asking for this amount of money can cover my bills while I'm away representing Jamaica.
Correct. So
put this in place for me. I never get that. And I was the top thrower for Jamaica and one of the top throwers in the world at the time.
Yeah, I seen people was like signing a petition and everything.
Yeah, people that signed a petition.
It was just
but if I told you that while I was away representing Jamaica, I actually lost my job.
Wow.
So that made me more emotional. It was like, yo, me there do this for you. I'm lose my job. Me get a text say I can't hold your position anymore. So that made me like no man, me have to make sure me take care of my family. So who are gonna do this to me if me and do this for Uno? So it was rough. It was rough, and to see the following year, you know, I get blackballed for talking the truth, but no regrets. I would do it again because sometimes I hear of the stand alone.
True. I see like. People don't know the behind the scenes, you know?
Yeah, and a lot of people support my decision. I had some athletes came out and said, Dads, thank you. Because what you do for us, that what I did, it opened doors to athletes to get some assistance. So because I step up and do that, of course I feel it by not making it to the Olympic Games. I had doubt one day that I shouldn't say nothing. And not even one day, it actually lasted one quick moment to say, Dads, what if you never talk? You would have been in a better position. But somebody have to say it. And I was the one there feel it. Them say who feels it knows it, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow. So, but how did it feel when you actually went representing Jamaica for the Olympics? That must have been
the greatest feeling in the world. That's a feeling. Trust me. When I walk through the Olympic ceremony, the same dude, Maurice Smith, my friend, who forced me to throw, and me and him walk through the ceremony.
Wow.
So you know, send me a ball.
Yeah, it's emotional.
Yo, I'm glad you forced me for through and tell me, say, because of some girls me can't get.
Yeah, you know? Look where I am now. Look where I am now.
Yeah, man. So me and him, I say, look, I take everybody from between us and me and him walk in together. And I look at him and I say, yo, thank you. Thank you for forcing me and showing me something that I didn't see.
Yeah, I like the iconic picture with the flag.
Yeah, know? Man, I'm in there right there, so. But it's a funny story because all of the man them say, look, what y'all wearing? I'ma say, yo, we are wearing black, man. Everybody are wearing black. Cause them know say big black boss. So I'm wearing black all the time.
Yep.
So here what I do last minute, and this is the first time I'm saying this out loud. I decided to put on a green jacket because if everybody in black, I wear green, I get to stand out.
Yeah. Wow, you tricked
So
us.
if you look beside, if you look behind my friend, you see him both him holding the flag. I'm right there and I'm a green jacket. Just a shine. That was a great moment, I swear.
That's dope, man. Hey, so how'd you get the nickname Dadz?
The nickname Dadz come from my father.
Yeah.
At a young age, maybe around 10 or 11, my father used to sell chicken at my primary school. And, everybody know I was his son. I used to go help him. So they used to say, Dad's boy.
Oh.
So, Dad's boy, after the boy come off, the Dad's maintain because when I start getting, I think I was mature enough. So I think about 10 or 11, I was like, no, man, just call me Dadz. And the name Dadz just kind of stick from then.
Crazy.
But the name Dadz represent a lot of things because it represent, someone who's a leader, someone with great responsibility. And I take on that.
Yeah, it's a great nickname. But
respect.
And then the links with Kartel. How you know? Because how do you know Kartel? Is it from Waterford?
From Waterford. Kartel actually used to go Calabar also. Calabar High School. Yeah. He lived around the road from me.
Yeah.
And he was, of course, with my big brother. My big brother used to link. So when him come around on the road, and I was young, of course, and when he used to play football upon my road, because on my road is one of the biggest roads in Waterford. So we can play basketball, tennis. I mean, any sport you can think of. It's the biggest road, so everybody come on that road to play whatever sport. Oh. So of course when him leave run a female, which he live Black 5, I live Black 4. Okay. And when him come round, of course we talk and we link and we tell him, yo, Calabar me I go. And him say, well, yeah, I said great school. So we start, make the link. But it's somebody who I grew up with, somebody I know well. Yeah, and it's so crazy. I know him from him name Adi Bantan.
Yeah, you know him in real life.
Yeah, man. I remember days too where we even come from the plaza. And I remember, I think he was writing the song Girl Catalog. He said, enough girl in my catalog, digital and analog. And I remember, I wonder if you remember. And me and him come from Plaza, from Portmore Mall. Yeah. And he's singing it to me. And he call out the name of the girl, them, and I give him two names. I said, show him two my girl name, man. Oh, I never remember that. If you see this, yeah.
He got a good memory, so he probably will. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, you know, I remember when he used to write and he was so creative. Even if we are play football and him shift a man, he would just make up something upon spot and say because he was that quick with him words and him thoughts. And, you know, even then I used to call him the greatest artist to touch a pen and paper.
Mm.
And at that, you know, and that's the greeting by and everything. So, you know, you recognize that.
Amazing. So a lot of people come from Waterford.
A lot of great people come from Waterford.
Great, become great people in the world. That's
yeah,
great.
Man. Enough that I can call even who do sports or other sports also, and you know, entertainers, and you know, there's different people in society who doing positive things also. Mm-hmm. I think Waterford was a community where it's built for success for young people.
Wow.
Because somebody sees somebody who they want to be like and aspire to be like. So that person inspire that person. You see somebody who do well, you say, all right then, you know, so I know Miss Wilson's son, I know Mr. Williams' son, I know Mr. Palmer's son, I know Mr. Morgan's son. So let me try and be like them too.
Wow.
So it's like a positive rolling stone.
Amazing. That's amazing, man. So is there anything you want to promote or like tell anybody, anything you're working on, what you're doing?
Right now what I'm doing is I'm a program coordinator for a mentoring program for at-risk kids, because I believe the biggest investment is you can make, of course, in yourself, but also positively influencing a young person. Yes. You know, so they can at least be able to recognize their value, their worth, their purpose, and their potential. Mm-hmm. And a lot of positive people who's out there, I think, need to spend in more time with a young youth and mentor them.
So true.
So we lack mentorship, so I try. That's why I use my words. I know the internet out there, so I try to use my word and I use my voice and let my platform speak volume. Mm. Because, I mean, if you know me, you know it's something positive I just said.
Correct. Everyone.
And, you know, I try to live by that. Yeah, I try to live by that. So even some of the greatest of whosoever you can think of, sports or, you know, just someone from society, then can say, boy, I remember Dadz said this to me when I have an encounter. So I'm doing that. You know, I try to invest as a counselor. I work as a counselor also. Mm-hmm. I'm a mental health specialist. Wow. And, you know, I coach the throws. I coach high school kids. In the past 6 years, I've coached over 19 athletes get Divisional I scholarships. Wow. And, you know, I also, you know, do personal training. So I try my best to do something positively, to invest and to give back and to make a positive impact.
Amazing. You're a busy man.
But them can check out my Timeless shirt. You know, I haven't posted in a while because a lot been going on emotionally. Yeah. You know, where I'm at now, but just trying to cope with everyday life and staying positive. And Timeless, it represent a lot deeper than just a t-shirt or, you know, just a saying. Mm-hmm. It goes beyond the word time itself, because time is never less. Time is always more. And once you put in work at any given moment, at any given time, you can get your reward.
So is there a way we can get those shirts?
Yes. No website as yet. What I've been doing is once you go on my page on Jason Dadz, yep, you know, you'll be able to, you know, send me a DM and I'll have your shirt, you know, send out to you, mail to you. There's different conversation and info that can send to me, and you guarantee, because if you know me, you know I'm all about integrity. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's always doing the right thing.
Yeah, it would be dope. There's a lot of places like Teespring, a whole bunch of internet sites now where we have the shirt and people will order it, they'll send it out, and they print it on demand, and you don't even have to take care of it. and just promote it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a lot of I'm putting things into work to take it to the next level, because you know we've done some sales that was really good. We have some people from all over the world requesting Timeless, and they get their shirts. If you see a post sometime who rocking their shirt, just everybody from all class and walks of life. So get your Timeless shirt. Just check out my page. I'm also on, you know, IG. I'm on Facebook. I have my personal page, Jason Dadz Morgan. I have my fan page, same Jason Dadz Morgan. My Twitter. So I'm out there without fear.
Yo, I know you're a busy man. Thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to me. It's great.
Respect and keep up the good work you're doing. The music you drop, the info you drop, yo, believe me, you inspire me too, because how you lock in on your craft, you maybe don't hear it enough, but I've seen it and I've seen your work, and I want to tell you, say, keep up the good work.
Thank
because
you so
the impact you're making out there is definitely making people aware of music, and not even just music, just behind the words of expressing positively and just being able to open up on another level that kick in your sixth sense and be like, all right, then that makes sense. So keep doing what you're doing, man, and respect to you, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Art of love, Timeless.